As Etihad's A380 is returning, it is my pleasure to announce that for the first time in the cinematic flight reports, I will not only use music from various platforms, but also had a theme produced by a composer to further elevate the entire production. Years ago, whenever I would step on board, I would immediately feel at home, and that was not only because of the welcoming crew or the warm and cozy color palette, but mainly because of the unique boarding music that would play each and every time. That also was the time where the A380 shined at its brightest, flying not only to Europe, but also to Australia, Korea and the US. This theme would instantly set the mood for the journey ahead, and I really fell in love with the piece. It is still here on YouTube today, and I will put a link in the description if you'd like to listen to it. It's like 13 minutes long, but it's phenomenal, and even today I still connect Etihad to this melody. And I know that over the years Etihad's boarding music changed. And it's not that I don't like the current boarding music, but it's just that, since COVID I spend so much time on the phone with them rather than in the cabin, that now every time I board the aircraft I feel like I'm on hold with an agent rather than in the cabin, which of course is weird and not the way this should work. When creating my videos, I always try to choose music that fits the mood I want to create. But as you probably can imagine, it's not so easy when you need 10 or more tracks each time. You can of course tweak them a little here and there, but in the end you have to choose from the tracks you already have in your collection or that you can find on the platforms where you download your music from. And with my last videos on Etihad, portraying the journey from Amsterdam to Phuket, I already tried to find tracks that at least in part carry some similarities to their former boarding music, but that turned out to be a fishing expedition and didn't leave me where I wanted to be. But then I thought, how about I find a musician that then would listen to the original melody and use that to create a similar theme that evokes the same emotions as the original, but at the same time is something unique on its own. We really just needed to tap into that emotional realm and make it our own. And it was very important to me to not create a straight out copy of the track just to evade copyright issues, but to get in and compose a theme that, though completely new, would instantly feel familiar and evoke memories of Etihad. So I then ended up searching for a musician on Fiverr, and after assigning the same task to two composers, it quickly became clear that Tommaso Ermoli and I were on the same page. So he in the end developed that theme over the course of an entire month and has created something truly stunning. I mean, working with him was incredible, and I think that this will also change the way that I'll approach my own projects in the future. I literally have no idea of music at all or how to describe it, yet alone in English, so basically all the briefing that I could provide was purely based on awful descriptions and guesses, but Tommy, he was able to translate all of that gibberish into something he could work with. So then a few days later I had a draft on my inbox, and it was then that I realized that I had sent him into the entirely wrong direction because my briefing just sucked so much. So we got together in a video call and through trial and error fixed all my shortcomings until we then were on the right track. And in the process I also showed him examples of how I used music in the past, and then he just went with it. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sometimes it's not easy. So all the melody, everything you chose, especially the flute, the play on the flute that you put in, or horn, I don't know what you choose, is perfect. Like,
yeah.
I love it.
I took quite some time to make the flute really human.
Yeah, super authentic, super nice. Version for version we got closer, and for the past 2 weeks we have just been adjusting minor tweaks in the melody so that now we have an entire Etihad infused theme, as well as several other tracks and stings that all connect to the main track. And to hear that theme unfold just makes me so incredibly happy. It really is phenomenal. It will be a pleasure to use the tracks in all upcoming Etihad videos, where you'll be able to hear his work in its full glory. I also put his details below, as I would really like to put him in the spotlight for his great work. That's all for now. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care, and bye-bye. Happy to receive the files, and then we are ready to go. Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
Thank you, Marcel.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.